still.
That's right.
All right, and welcome everybody. Let me know if it's working okay. Change the Wi-Fi better. It went down for that. I changed it to Wi-Fi. So it's working this time. I keep having issues with. Welcome everybody. We're going to take a second before the game. Do a moment of silence. Okay, everyone. Welcome to the game. Mountain Select versus Santa Clarita Flyers. Finley, Sarah, and Kyla are out. Avery and Brooklyn for the Select. Face off. Finley wins that back to Avery. Avery brings that up the boards. Comes back down the boards. Flyers get that. Get it in the zone. It gets knocked up. Comes to player. There's a shot. Goes wide in the net. Comes around the corner. Goes to the up the boards. Point. There's a high shot over the net to the corner. It's sent back up to the point. Oh, they hold that in. Send that back down behind. Brooklyn's there, picks it up. Goes up the boards with it. Gets held in by the Flyers. They send it back down. Pick that up, send that up to the point. There's a shot. Gets blocked front. Sent to the boards. Battle on the boards for it. Comes to Sarah. Doesn't get it out. Flyers keep it in. The select sends that up and out. Flyers turn. Try to send that in. Finley battling for it. There's Kyla. Sarah picks it up. Nice play. They knock that to the boards. Comes off the stick. Oh, Julia just misses that. Puck comes back into their zone. Flyers pick it up. Send that up. Comes up the boards. Flyers send that back down. Doesn't go in. Julia picks it up. Skates with it. Gets that in. Ayla gets it a little deeper. There's back check. Takes the puck off their stick. Flyers send it up and out through everyone. That'll be icing. We'll take the face-off down in the Flyers zone. Julia in to take the face off. Julia wins that, goes back up. Taylor takes a shot, goes wide in the net. Comes around the boards. Aria is there, sends it back into the corner. Oops, battle for it there. Flyers pick it up. Skate it, bounce it off the boards, comes up and out. Evelyn's there to pick that up. Sends that up the boards. There's Ayla. Brings it in. Julia gets it. Sends it down the corner. Comes around the boards. Taylor skating. Trying to get it down further. Comes back up to Taylor. Point. There's a shot and a tip. Nice cover by the goalie. .9:21 left in the first. Finley, Flyers win that face-off, goes to the corner. Go up the boards with it. Sarah battling for it. Picks it up, centering pass, gets blocked in the front of the net. Flyers send that around the boards, comes up and out. It's past Brooklyn. Finley's back to pick it up. She does, bounces it. Pass is intercepted. Flyers keep it in the zone. Bring it by. Centering attempt, gets blocked. Knocked up, comes out. Finley applying pressure there. Working on the boards. Select sends that down low. Come to the corner, they pick it up. Puck gets by Sarah. Sierra gets that. Puck goes right in front of the net. Flyers pick that up though. Get it knocked by. Avery battling. She does get it sent back down to the corner. Flyers pick it up behind the net. They reverse. Send that up and out. Avery holds it in though. Comes back to the corner. Sarah skating to the corner to get it. Gets by her. Brooklyn battling there. Finley trying to help with that, but the puck comes up and out. Avery with a nice catch. Comes down. Sierra looking to put that back in. Puts that back in. Finley back checks. They pick that up. Flyers take that down. Kyla with a nice play to get it off the stick. Sends that back up. And that'll be icing. All right. face off down in select zone. Julia in to take face off. She wins that. Goes over to Sierra. Sierra sends that up the boards to point, but Flyers hold it in. Send that across. There's a shot. Pad saved by Sienna. Julia picks that up. Sends that up and down. That'll be icing. So we do that all over again. Julia wins that face-off back. Taylor sends that up. Flyers send that back down. Evelyn picks it up, goes behind the net. Up the boards. Kyla's there. Picks it up, spins around, trying to get it out. Flyers pressure. Battling along the boards. Puck finally comes out. Evelyn's there. She'll send that puck down, comes out. Battled there. It's sent up. Goes into their zone. Kyla with a nice play to get it down. Centering pass, just go out of the reach of Julia. Flyers pick it up. Comes out the Flyers player into the middle of the ice. Comes to Evelyn, she takes a shot that goes wide. Flyers send that around the corner and up and out. And that'll be icing. So 6:31 left in the first, 0-0 is the score. Flyers win that back to the corner. Go up the boards with it. Aria was there to intercept it. Flyers get it, goes up and out. There's a chase. Icing's waved off. Brooklyn gets it. Backs up the boards and out. Gets by Aria for a second. Finley picks it up. Gets it in the zone, but it stays in the zone. Sarah taps it down. Come up the boards with it. Sarah grabs that, trying to get it over to Finley. Misses. Avery holds it in. Comes to Sarah. There's a shot. Nice save with the stick. Sends it to the corner. Aria trying to center that again. Goes through Finley. Flyers player picks it up. She's skating with it. Got a head of steam. It gets poked off her stick from Brooklyn, and that creates an offsides. Kayla's gonna come out. Flyers win that back. Take that into their zone. Trying to get coming up and out. Gets it by Sarah. Finley has that. Bounces it off of Sarah. Sarah grabs that to Finley. Finley goes around. Got Sarah in the middle. There's a high shot over the net. Comes around the boards. Comes out of the zone. Taylor's got to hold on to it. Flyers get it in their zone. They send it up, goes all the way down. There's icing. That goes to Sierra. Sierra sends that to Taylor. She sends that down to the corner. Taylor's there. That comes out. Flyers pick it up. Go around the boards with it. Bounce it off the boards. Evelyn holds that in. Nice play. Julia picks it up in the corner. Centering attempt gets blocked. Sierra's there to try to backhand it in. Comes to Julia. There's a shot that goes off the side of the net and around the corner. Oops. Players fall down. Get up. Flyers come out with it. Comes out of the ice. No icing. Flyers player chasing. Comes up. Taylor has it. Gets by one. Goes through two. Loses the puck. Sierra knocks it up. Gets to Ayla. Gets taken off hers. Thick. Taylor has that. Trying to send that in. Doesn't. Flyers get it. They send that in. Evelyn's there to get that. Picks it up behind the net. Goes up the boards with it. Comes up to Ayla. Ayla sends that down. Battle in the corner. Flyers pick it up. She's got a head of steam. Gets by Avery. Avery turns around and knocks it off her stick. Sienna covers. Woo, close. All right, we'll do the face-off to the right of Sienna. Sarah pokes that up, trying to get it out. She does. Gets it out of the zone. Flyers pick it up, send it back down in. We hold it up and send it back out. Comes back down the line. Comes across the ice. Aria has it, gets in the zone, gets taken off her stick and goes out. Brooklyn sends that back down. Puck comes around. Flyers player has that. Sends it up the boards. Gets past and out. Battle for it. Comes on side. Avery tries to get it in the zone. Comes back out. Sarah's got it. She bounces it up and right to a Flyers player. Pick that up. Avery intercepts that. Gets that in. Sarah's on side. Avery gets down low. Nice back check, gets it off of her stick. Flyers player sends it up. Down the boards, Finley's there. Bounces it up off the boards. Flyers hold it in at point. Comes off stick, there's a shot. Nice save by Sienna. Brooklyn sends it around. Home, Sarah doesn't get that. The Flyers send that back around. They're there, they pick that up, go up to point with it. There's a shot, tipping shot right in front of the net. Sienna covers. Woo, nice play. Sienna with a nice save. All right, we'll take the face off to the left of Sienna. Julia's there. 2:10 left in the first, 0-0. Face-off goes towards the center ice. Kyla picks it up, sends it out. The turn almost has that. Goes up the boards. Julia picks it up, sends it down into the corner. Picks that up. Centering attempt gets blocked. Oh, but it comes off of her. There's a turning play. Nice save by the goalie. Face off to the left of their goalie. Julia battling for it. Oh, Flyers player gets it, sends it up. Evelyn has it at point. Goes off the Flyers player. Kyla has that. She's going to take a shot. Glove save, comes out of the glove. Bouncing puck. Gets taken to the corner. Flyers player bounces it off the boards and Taylor's back there to pick it up. Goes around the corner. Ooh, loses it for a second. Picks it up again. Gets it into the zone. Flyers player knocks it into the corner. They grab that. Doesn't come out. Selects keep it in the zone. Kyla has that. She looking for a shot, bouncing shot. Blocker saved by the goalie to the boards. Flyers pick it up. Take it out. Sent up. Looks like there was changing going on. Kyla grabs that again. Loses it. Flyers player picks it up. Sends it down in. Evelyn gonna go pick that up. Sends that up the boards. Sierra looking to do it. Finley's there as well. Comes to point. It's sent down to the corner. Evelyn skating around. Reverses. Goes up the boards with it. There, Flyers are there. Gets poked off. Sarah's got it. Takes off with it. Goes wide with a shot. Oh, just wide of the net. Nice save. Finley picks it up. Looking, goes to point. There's Taylor. Shot. Wide. Sierra goes down. And that's the end of the first. Still 0-0. We'll be back in a little bit. All right, welcome back. Second period. Looks like Alicia and Finley take face off. Finley wins that back. Gets set up, goes down in. Flyers pick that up, send it out of the zone. Doesn't go back in. Brooklyn picks that up, sends that down. Goes down to the corner. Sarah there trying for pressure. There's a centering attempt. Bouncing puck gets sent out to point. Avery there, shot. Oh, save, goes up into the net. Nice save. Nice shot by Avery. Nice save by the goalie. Finley and Alicia to take faceoffs again. Finley wins that back. Avery, another shot. Goes wide of the net. Sarah comes around. Centering pass goes off the player. Comes back to the boards. They pick that up. That's by Sarah to the point. They take that down. That in. Gets poked off a stick for a second. Comes up the point. They send that in. Ooh, just misses a tip. Goes wide in the net. Aria picks that up, sends that, it goes to the point. Flyers shot, again goes wide. Brooklyn's there, picks it up, skates with it, sends it up, doesn't get past the Flyers player, comes out to ice. Nice pass up to Aria, she sends that to Sarah. Sarah taking off, there's a shot, the goalie pushes that wide. Sarah with a centering attempt, it's tipped by Finley wide. Aria sends it again, gets tipped. There's Avery, bouncing puck. It's gloved and back to the net. They bring that up to point and out. Comes all the way down. And icing. Woo. Good action here. All right, so face-off will come out to the right of Flyers goalie Victoria. Julia in to take the face off. Battle for it. It looks like they're doing a do-si-do there. Julia sends that up to Taylor at point. Taylor just gets it back to Julia, but it gets taken off her stick. Gets out. Two Flyers players. Taylor gets it, pokes it back up and out. Flyers player picks it up at the red line. She sends that off the boards and in. Evelyn picks that up. Sends that up and off the boards. Goes to Ayla. Ayla sends that down deep. Goes around the corner. Kyla applied pressure. The Flyers send it back to the corner. Up to point. Evelyn gets it. Brings it in. Takes her time. High shot. Goes to the corner. Flyers player picks it up there. Bounces it off the player. Taylor holds that in for a second. Comes battle for it there still. Still working on it. Oops, a couple players go down. Looks like they're going to stop play. I'm not sure what the ref's telling the players. It's like we're going to get a change. Puck was in the zone, so we'll take that back to the face-off zone to the right of Flyers goalie Victoria. So we'll get a line change. So it looks like Alicia and Finley are going to take face-off again. Oops, hold on. Alicia wins that back. Flyers player gets it up to the point. Taylor sends that back down. Finley almost gets that past the player. They bounce it off the boards. Comes up. Working on it. Taylor gets it off the stick. Sierra has that. She sends it up to point. They send that back down. Goes around the boards. Evelyn's there. Sends that up. Sarah trying to poke that out. Doesn't. Flyers player gets that. Centers it. Taylor puts that back towards the corner. Another centering attempt. Goes through everybody. Oh. Taylor picks that up along the boards. Bounces it off. Comes out. Sarah tries to pick that up. Finley has it. Gets around one. Goes by another. Gets it. Doesn't get it in. Sitting out. Sarah trying to get it to Finley. Flyers player picks that up. It goes off her stick. Evelyn picks it up. Oops, goes poked off of her stick. Sarah goes back to Finley with it. She picks it up. Gets round one, trying to get round two, but she's in offsides. Puck didn't get into the zone. Looks like that's Kyla versus Julia. Bouncing puck around, goes in the zone. Oh, thought Halo might have been offsides. Battle down the boards for it. Center ice. Julia picks that up. Got some steam. Tries to get a shot. It gets blocked by a Flyers player. They grab that, send that up and around the glass. Avery does a nice job of holding that in. They send that back up. Avery's there again, trying to get it down. Flyers player blocks that, gets that up and out. Taylor's there, or Brooklyn's there, sorry. We get that back up and out. Flyers send that in, but they're offsides. 7:28 left in the second, 0-0 still. We're going to take this face-off to the left of the Flyers goalie. Like face off. Flyers win that back to the corner. Gets blocked by Aria. Finley's going to take that, trying to get that up. Spins around, goes around everyone. Comes around. There's a shot. Goes off the side of the net around. Flyers player bounces it around Sarah off the boards. She brings that up. Again, nice pass across ice. Flings that in. It's in the zone. Looks like we're going to get a penalty. Tripping on select. I'm not sure which player yet. Looks like Taylor. There they are. All right, so Flyers are going to go on a power play. Select. We're going to have Finley, Sarah, Brooklyn, and Avery on the penalty kill. 6:55 left in the second. Finley wins that back to Avery. Avery sends it up the boards. Finley tried to get there. Doesn't. Sarah gets it up and out. Finley gets it further. Flyers get it. There's work on it. Brooklyn picks that pass up. Comes down. Has it in the zone. It's got Sarah there. Puck gets blocked wide of the net. To the corner. Flyers pick it up. Bring it up. Sarah blocks that pass. Flyers pick it up though and send that in. Comes around the corner. Brooklyn's there. She sends that up the boards. Comes to point. Oh, point misses it. Finley and Sarah have it. There's a 2-on-1 developing. Finley crosses places with Sarah. Tries to get it to Sarah. Nice defensive play. Keeps it from getting centered. Finley comes around the boards. Goes out and across. Comes up to a Flyers player. The Flyers send that down. Goes wide in the net. Avery picks it up behind the net. Bounces it over to the boards. Battle there, comes out. Flyer gets it to Sarah. Sarah misses her pass to Julia. Darn it. Flyers send that back in. It gets intercepted by Avery. Avery's going to take that in. Tries to send her to Sarah. There's Sarah with a shot. Beautiful pad save by a goalie. Puck comes up, goes to Julia. Julia with another shot. Rolling puck. Gets covered by the goalie. All right. Julia, Ayla, and Kyla. Evelyn and Taylor in for the select. Julia wins that back. Gets back to her. Pass gets picked off. Gets sent up and out. Evelyn chasing that down. Gets that. Oh, it doesn't go up the boards. Flyers player lost their stick. Evelyn picks it up, goes behind the net, bounces it up off the boards. Ooh, just out of the reach of Ayla. Comes back to the center ice. Taylor's there. She picks that up. Bounces it off the boards. Ooh. There's a stop and play. Puck comes around. I'm not sure. Did I come in offsides? Yeah. All right. Finley, that gets over to Sierra. Finley finally picks that out of Sierra's, but then her pocket gets picked. Comes back up to a Flyers player. They get that. Take that off. Gets knocked off her stick. Incidental contact. Finley picks it up. Comes down. Goes around a player. On her backhand. She stops. Turns. Tries to get a shot off. Goes wide. Sierra gets a shot off the side of the net. Finley battling, the puck's in the corner. Flyers try to get up the boards. Taylor has it. Gets it down for a second. The Flyers player picks it up again. She sends that over across. Just misses her player. Evelyn sends that out. It's knocked back in offsides. All right. We're doing a line change again. Avery and Brooklyn coming out. Aria and Sarah with Finley. Puck comes up to the Flyers player. They send it across. Almost gets picked off. They bring that up and in. Nobody's pressuring. Finley finally pressures. to knock off the stick. Comes up the board to Aria, trying to get it out. She gets it to Sarah. Sarah taken off, gets around one. It's on her backhand with a shot. Goalie saves that. Finley gets it up the boards. Flyers player picks that up. She's got a head of steam. Watch out. Goes around one. Ooh, wow. Comes off her stick. Oh, it's a shot off, but goes wide all the way to the boards. Comes back to the point. Cross ice pass. Avery applying pressure. Nice play to the center. Goes to Sierra. Alpha Sierra wide. Comes up the boards. Centering pass gets picked off. Sarah sends that up the point. They hold that in. Bouncing puck goes to Sienna. Sienna makes that nice save. Woo! Nice shots there. 3:03 left in the second. Still 0-0. Julia take the face off, wins that back. Evelyn sends that up the boards, it gets blocked. She comes back, knocks it up to Julia. Julia sends that up. Ayla's in pace. Flyers player gets that before her. She picks it up, brings it down the ice. Side pass, trying to get it. Ayla grabs that. Battle on the boards for it, comes to Ayla. Ayla sends that over to Julia. Comes in the zone, Flyers player gets it, Julia blocks that from getting cleared. Comes back up, Evelyn's there, she knocks that down right in front of the net. Flyers player picks it up, nice outlet pass, they grab that, they send that down though. That looks like that'll be icing. Still 2:22 left in the second, 0-0. Like Finley will take it. Looks like Victoria's come back in. Sorry folks, I'm trying to remember everybody's name and in a moment I can't. Battle on the boards for it. Flyers player picks it up, battle for it. Comes to Sierra. Sierra knocks that low. Flyers player picks it up. She sends that around the boards. Evelyn holds that in. Nice play. They bounce that up the boards. It does get by Evelyn. Ooh. That looks like Kyla picked it up, tried to pass it, but it got blocked. It comes back up. Flyers sends it across the ice. Gets tipped to Finley. Gets tapped by. They pick it up. Gets by Finley. Battle there. Taylor picks that up, skates it back into the zone. Reverses that back up to Finley. Finley's got that. Brings that back up. Loses the puck as she stops. Flyers player takes that, sends that back up. Cross ice pass goes off a skate. Sierra had it, but it takes bounce to a Flyers player. Battle in the corner for it. They try to get that up. Sarah centers. Flyers player takes that up, bounces it off the board now. Chase for it. Taylor's there. Bounces it up. It does come out. It was close. 1:06 left in the second. All right, Julia takes that face off. Avery knocks it up. Flyers player takes it at the red line, sends it down into the zone. Comes around the corner, gets by the select player. Ayla picks it up. She's got a one-on-one right now. She's got Julia in front with her too. Flyers player, nice play, knocks it to the corner. Centering pass, oh, where'd that go? Ooh. Cully covers that, nice play. I wasn't sure that was a quick little shot that came right to him. .43 seconds left. Flyers win that to the corner. Bounce that up the boards. Drew bounces that up to the corner. Brooklyn battling for it. Comes out of the zone. Gets tipped wide. Aria sends it back in. Flyers player takes that. Again goes off the board out. Goes off the Flyers player. Bouncing around. Aria has it. gets it up. They're battle for it. Oh, Julie almost gets it down in. Flyers player gets it up. Goes to Taylor. Taylor sends that all the way in. No icing. Comes around the board. Gets sent up to point. Gets over by Brooklyn, and there's the end of the end of the second. The score is still 0-0. All right, here we go. Third period. Puck gets dropped. Ayla sends that down into the zone. Flyers take it, bring it back up, out. Aria sends that back down in, all the way to the corner. Flyers are there. They send that up. The corner looking to go up the boards with it. Comes up. Oh, Evelyn isn't able to hold it in. Battle for it there. Oops, puck battle. Still going for it. It does get in the zone. Julia, I believe, holds that in. Yep. Comes back down, not quite to the corner. Goes up the boards, goes to the Flyers players. Sends that up, goes off the stick and out. Taylor makes a nice play to keep it from going in the zone. Julia's there. Brings that in. Centering attempt goes wide of the net. Up at the corner. A couple of missed attempts. Oops, Taylor tries to hold that in and ends up in the Flyers bench. All right. Puck drop. Both players missed that. It's like kick gets kicked. Sarah gets that. There's a wide shot off the side of the net. Goes to the front. Finley misses a follow-up. Flyers player gets that up. It goes out. Brooklyn's there. She sends that bouncing back up. Comes back to Flyer. Finley picks it up. Gets by one. Sends blocked and Simpt gets blocked going in. Flyers are going to take that. Go behind the net. Sarah bounces it up off the boards, comes out back to Brooklyn and out. She sends that in. Sarah gets in on the side. Gets up. Sarah tries to grab that. Flyers send that in. Avery up the boards. Goes to a Flyers player. Sarah pokes that for a second. Bouncing around. There's Finley. She's just going to send that down, but the Flyers player intercepts that before it gets too far. Brings it out. Goes up the point. Avery's there. Comes back down. Gets by. Icing's waved off. There's Kayla. Centering. Doesn't go to anybody. Avery can't hold it in. Brooklyn's there. Sends that in. They're offsides though. 9:39 left in the third. Face-off goes to Taylor. She sends that up and across. Gets by Aria. The Flyers get it out. And escape that, bring that in. Oh, they hold that in though. No, but Ayla gets that out. Julia picks that at the red line. Sends that down to the corner. Ayla's chasing. Gets it behind the net. Two Flyers players on her. They come out with it. Send it up the boards. It gets sent up past Taylor. Evelyn's there. Going to go off the boards with it. Just misses Julia, but it goes right to Aria. Goes down to the boards. Centering attempt gets bounced off and then goes to the corner. Comes up the boards. Brooklyn holds it in for a second. The Flyers player picks it up. There's a shot. Sienna walks that wide. Aria tries to get it out. Flyers player holds it in. Taylor comes around the boards. Gets around one, gets around two. Get a little ahead of steam. Gonna get around. Yeah, their centering attempt. Gets blocked by the goalie. Oh, sitting out in front. Couldn't get a stick on it. Flyers player picks that up. She's got ahead of steam. There's a shot. No goal. No goal. Went off of the top crossbar. Ref calls it no goal. Evelyn picks that up. Gets that out. Comes back up. Comes back down. Centering attempt gets blocked by Evelyn for a second. Flyers get it though. Evelyn sends it around to the corner. She sends that up off the boards. They pick that up. Trying to get it. Gets knocked off a stick. She chases it down. Centering attempt goes off the side of the net. Puck goes around the corner. Sarah's there. She's got it. She's trying to take it. Get it out at least. She gets it up. Flyers player grabs it. She sends it back down. Gets knocked off the stick. Brooklyn with a nice play, gets to the corner. She sets up in front. Sarah blocks that, trying to get it out. Goes out and up the point. Oh, they hold it in. Comes back down to the corner. Brooklyn's there. Sarah trying to knock it down. There's a reverse course. She blocks that centering attempt. Gets it around the corner to Sierra. Sierra picks it up. She had room to skate, but it goes off a player. Kyla gets it. Wait, Sarah's got it. Gonna get by one. Backhand under the. Oh, he saves that wide. Battle along the puck. It's still not out. It gets out, comes out. Brooklyn gets that, sends that back in. Flyers pick that up. 6:43 left in the third. Comes up. Avery has that. She's got it. Goes around one. Tries to go around another. Trying to get it up. Gets it wide of the net. Sarah there. She tries to send it center. Gets blocked up over the ref in the corner. Comes around the boards. Kyla trying to get it. They fall down. Finley there. Got it. There's a battle. Flyers pick it up. Finley back checking. Kyla holds that in. Gets it sent back down in the corner. Nice play. Flyers get that off the stick though. They send that all the way around. Avery's looking to hold it in. Does. She gets it back to the corner. Finley trying to get around. She does. Comes around. Comes back up. Looks like trying for Avery. Gets blocked. Go chase that down, girls. Flyers player trying to get it out. They don't. Comes up and in. Kyla has it. She's trying to get it. Finley has a shot. There's two shots, two saves. Goalie covers. 5:34 left in the third, still 0-0. All right. Puck comes up, Flyers player, they try to clear. Evelyn sends that across, gets intercepted. Flyers player picks it up, bouncing puck. They send that up, comes in, pick it up. There's a shot, goes wide in the net. Around the corner, Aria's there, tries to get up the point, they hold it in. Battle on the boards, goes down to the corner. Evelyn boxes that up to Julia. Oh no, there goes to point. Sierra has that. Oh, save, a rebound save as well. Ugh, almost had it back in. 5:03 left in the third. Flyers get that. Evelyn sends that down though. Taylor tries to send that around the corner. The Flyers are there. They're going to send that up the point. Everybody's standing there watching. Goes send that across. There's a shot. Bouncing puck goes wide of the net. Goes up to Sierra. Sierra's got that. Trying to get it to Finley. Gets held in, but Sierra Chill trying to get it out. Gets held in. Taylor gets that. Gets around one. Taylor's trying to get that out of the zone. She's got some steam. She's got some play skate. Takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Sarah at the corner. Center. Goes off the side of the net. Taylor there trying to get it over. Flyers send that up the board. Sarah holds that. She shoots it. Bouncing puck. Goes wide of the net. Finley to that side. She tries to hold that in. It comes up. Goes out. Taylor's there to pick that up. Comes back up the boards. Finley sends that in. It does get deep. Flyers player gets it up the boards and out. Evelyn working there. Flyers get that all the way down. They're calling a touch, no icings. Sends that around the boards. It comes up and out. Flyers pick it up at the red line. Send it across. Send that up. Comes in. Evelyn's there. She's looking to skate with it. So tries to go to Sarah, gets blocked. They come up, gets out. Sarah has it for a second, it goes off her stick. Evelyn grabs that. Turns around, bounces it off the boards, comes to Kyla. She's got it. Skates it in. Julia and Sarah are going to the front of the net. Kyla trying to get it, turn around, shot. Bounces off the goalie, goes to the corner. Kyla trying to get it again. Centering pass gets blocked. Sarah trying to hold that in, bouncing puck up the boards. 2:58 left. Battle again for it. Coe comes out of the zone. Ref almost gets in the way. Brooklyn gets that keeps that from another player. She gets that in the zone. Backhand gets blocked to the corner. Kyla picks that up, tries to get it in, but doesn't. Oh. Flyers pick that up, get it across the red line. They're moving, they get it in on side. Ayla trying to get that out. Comes back up, Brooklyn has it. Brooklyn's got some room to skate. She brings it up. Gets poked off her stick, and that'll be offsides. Woo! 2:16 left in the third, 0-0. Looks like we're going to get a timeout. Timeout, Flyers. 2:16 left. Take the face off just outside the Flyers' defensive zone. Finley takes that. Looks like the Flyers win that, but it goes to Julia. Julia takes that up, gets it in. It's offsides. Finley wins that back. Taylor sends that back up and goes in all the way down. Flyers pick that up, send that up the boards. It gets by 2 players. Gets by Finley. Then the Flyers knock that to the corner. Goes up. Taylor looks like doesn't hold that in. Looks like offsides again. 1:53 left. Flyers win that back. They send that all the way up and out, bounces across. That won't be icing. Brooklyn sends that up the boards, trying to get Sarah. Comes out of the zone. Sarah has that, but she sends that in. That'll be off. No icing. It got waved off. Flyers player picks it up. They send that up and out. Brooklyn picks that up, skates that back into the zone. Comes off the boards with it. Doesn't get far. Comes back up to the Flyers blue line. They send that across ice. Gets into the zone. Taylor's there. She sends that up. Flyers player has that. She sends that down deep. No icing. Brooklyn there. Reverses. Sends that up the boards. Looking for Julia. Julia's right there. She's got it. She gets it out. Bounce off a player. Sarah's got it. Gonna go round 1. There's a shot. Goes high over the net. Oh, Julia's got the on the boards. Bounces it off the Flyers player. Comes back to Julia. She sends that down to Sarah. Sarah looks for nobody's there to get a centering pass. Flyers pick it up. 41 seconds left. Finley picks that up. Goes around the corner. Goes to Sarah. Goes through Sarah. Goes into the zone. Goes through the Flyers player. Sarah's getting tired. 25 seconds left. Julia's on the boards. She has it. Centering attempt to Sarah. Shot gets partially blocked. Goes wide. Flyers player picks it up. Bounces off the board. Brooklyn holds that in. There's a shot. Gets blocked by a Flyers player. 12. Sarah just misses a shot. Julia has it for a second. Bouncing puck. Gets picked up by a Flyers player. They send that up. Goes through Brooklyn. There'll be no icing though. And there's the end of the third. Still 0-0. We're going to have to settle this in overtime. What a great game. Overtime looks like is 10 minutes of 4-on-4. Face off. Finley has that. Picks that up. She gets that off the boards. Kyla picks it up. Gets around one player. She's going to get a shot off. Shot! Saved by the goalie. Centering pass. Finley has that. Bouncing puck. Saved by their goalie again. Nice saves. Kyla almost put that in. All right. Battle for it. Finley's going to get that up to Avery. Avery's going to get a shot. Bouncing puck. Glove save. Oh, thank you very much. All right. Finley take the face off again. Goes to the corner. Flyers win that. They send that up the boards. Comes up to point. Avery doesn't get that in. That'll be offsides. Sarah. Flyers win that, goes into their zone. They pick that up, they skate behind their net. Sarah applying pressure there. Comes back up to the corner. Sarah trying to pick that up. She gets that, trying to get a centering pass, gets picked off. Flyers have that. They're taking off with it. Taylor knocks it off for a second. Still playing. Great job holding on to that. Flyers player gets around the corner. Center, he goes up to point. There's a shot high. It's knocked wide of the net. Avery's there to try to get it up. Oh, played with a high stick, I think is the call. They stopped the play. All right, face off in the select zone to the right. Julia takes the face off. Flyers win that over to the corner. Battle for it there. Evelyn battling. Take that. Brooklyn comes out of there with it. She sends that up and out. Gets by a Flyers player. Oh, they backhand that out though. Sarah got the wrong side. Brooklyn's got it. Sarah trying to get in offside. Brooklyn sends it down to the corner. That was on the other side of the line, so no icing. Flyers send that around. Sarah tries to get it in, but doesn't save it in. She sends that up. Comes off the boards. Won't go deep enough for icing. Julia's there, battling for it. She trips over a player. They send that up off the boards. It gets past Brooklyn, goes up to a player. Brooklyn with a nice back check. Wow, nice defense by Brooklyn. Flyers player gets it though. They send that off the boards. Comes up to Brooklyn. Finley's in. Brooklyn skates that up, trying to pass to Finley's. 3 players around her, so gets picked off. Oh, Finley's got it though. Go Finley. Takes a shot. Goes right in the body of the Flyers goalie. Nice save. They come back up the boards. They send that. That's going to go all the way up, and that'll be icing. 7:34 left in the first overtime. All right, Flyers get that knocked back up. They pick that, skate that up out of the zone. It's by Taylor, Kyla with a back check, but they pick that up. They're in offsides. Oh. Woo. All right, looks like we'll get a line change. They're gonna stay with, Flyers are gonna stay with their same players. Julia wins that, but the Flyers get that in the zone. Shot gets blocked. It goes wide of the net. Avery actually blocked that wide of the net. They send that down around the corner. Sarah trying to get there. Flyers player holds it in. Taylor gets it, bounces it off the boards, but it goes to a Flyers player. Avery blocks it and it goes in. All right, yeah, the Flyers are going to win it in overtime, 1-0. That was an amazing game. Great play all around by both teams. That was a fun game. Congratulations to the Flyers on the win. right, everyone. We're going to let you go. Great game. Oh, maybe not.